Hey guys, Alex Vargas here. So it's story time. I was telling the story to my staff earlier. I own a small business. We're a staffing agency based out of Northern Virginia, DC. And I was telling them the story kind of about our growth and lack of growth and how it's gone. I started it in 2020. Pandemic. I was a millionaire by the time I was 29 years old. My net worth had actually just crossed over $1 million. And for me, I did not feel like a millionaire. I felt poor, very house poor. I felt trapped in the business. I felt in debt to my employees. I had actually run a P&L the other day, and I've paid out over $730,000 in salaries, in internal salaries, over span of a little over a year. And these are people that do not stay over 6 months, maybe 3 months. Some come in and out in a month. And if you run a business before, you know that nobody tends to blame themselves for failing. And I can be guilty of that too, sometimes as a manager. But when you lose this much staff, there's a real lack of work. I would say integrity in general. People just don't want to work the way they used to. Like, you're up against remote work. They want to work from home. They don't, which everybody knows what that means. I'm sorry, but it means you want to go to the grocery store, or you want to walk your dog, or you want to see your family more. Not a problem, but work-life balance in a startup, really, there's not a lot of it unless you're super talented. And the odds are, if you're getting hired at a junior level salary or mid-level salary, you're just not going to be that talented. You're going to have to work for it for a while. My point being is, I've decided to stop growing the business. And since I've made this choice to stop growing, it's become almost like a magnet. It's like, yeah, I'm getting clients I haven't seen in a while. I'm getting starts that I've been waiting for months. So it is a little weird how that happens. And what I mean by stop growing is I'm done hiring internal staff. I wanted to compete with my mom's business for a while. I grew up wealthy. My mom was the person who walked 6 miles uphill, downhill to school in Vermont every day. That was not me. I grew up very spoiled. I'm very blessed and privileged, whatever you want to call it, for spoiled. But yet I still had to work for everything. My family's hard workers. I always had a job. I do not take time off just to take time off. I come in late, and I realized that staffing was never my dream. This was always my mom's dream. This was her passion. This was a job she found that she loved after she worked for 10 other people. I've only worked for one person in a corporate environment. That was my parents' company. So my experience on managers is very limited. So for me, I think that was not helpful to being able to manage other people, especially after the pandemic, when you're having to compete with such flexibility and this idea that you can do less now and make more money. The working smarter, not harder, that's not a thing. I try TikTok. You have to work hard. There's no business, if you want to be successful, working smarter, not harder, that's not a thing. It does not exist. People that can do that are talented. Chances are you are not that talented. I'm sorry, but the chances are that you have to work for it. That's most people's story about it, to be honest with you. Staffing, to me, is like a bartending job. It's a bartending job that pays a lot of money. I'm just good at it. I find it extremely boring. I think it's because I'm good at it that it's really boring. When I was a salesperson working for her on straight commission, I was bringing in about $400,000 a year at the top of my sales. And I left thinking that, I can start a business. Everybody will love me. I'll be respected. It'll be the best business. Everybody will want to work there. But that's just not the case. Like, I had to convince people to work. And when in my mind, I'm like, okay, you work, you make money, you get paid to do a job, you're good at the job, you go home, you make money. That's it. That's all the point of having a job is. But no, it was like I had to be people's motivation. I had to get in their soul and be like, hey, you can do this. Believe in yourself, buddy. You've got and oh my God, the people that you see out there, they don't give a fuck. Like, you come in, like, being a CEO, you come into contact with so many people And I used to take it personally, like, okay, they just hate it here. They don't like me. They don't want to work for my company. And then, they leave the company. I watch them bounce around from job to job. Some of them are having a job every 6 months now. And these are people that are cursing me out on their way out, saying, oh, we're never going to be anything. You're never going to make money here, blah, blah, blah. I don't have it. Some of these people are making 80, 90,000. I'm like, you have no experience. You've never done this job before. But I'm like, what are you expecting your first 6 months? Like, but that's the thing. Everybody came with no experience to get trained up, and they expect to be like how it is in a movie, or they want that quick TikTok money. But let me tell you guys, there is no such thing as quick money. It all takes fucking hard work. But anyway, I digress. Back to my story. I'm just done. I'm done giving my hard work away to other people. Like, I've got 4 killers in my office right now. Like, I'm like, let's stop growing. Let's stay small. And let's bring in the big bucks with each other. Like, I don't want a company of 100 heads. I don't want to be my mom's company or Apple, or like I want to have fun again. And that's what started to change the business. Because you see, I wasn't having any fun at all trying to grow this company. I fucking hated it. I was 25 years old when I started, mind you. So I didn't like teachers. I didn't like bosses. I didn't like being told what to do. So, I mean, I kind of got that back tenfold with the people I hired. Like, I was like, shit, I don't like being the one to tell you what to do. I don't like being the one to have to motivate you to do your fucking job. But now I'm like, I don't need to do that anymore. I've got people that want to make money, and we don't need to have heads. Let's grow the business. I want to grow the business, and I want to focus on TikTok. I want to be happy. I want to go to sleep. I want to not have so much stress about who I'm hiring or firing that day. Like, that was too much for me. And I think accepting this is the key to my success. And I'll keep up with you guys to let you know. But it's like, I think my point here is, once you stop chasing what you think you wanted, and you start choosing to be happy and doing things you're good at, and acknowledging the things that you may not be that good at right now, like, this is the life I choose. The life I was living is something I did not choose and something I did not like. But I was blaming others and myself. Like, I was so pissed off all the time. So I've found a bit of happiness here, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to protect it, because at the end of the day, if you're not happy, what's the fucking point to it all?